Hey, yeah, welcome back. If you don't know me, I'm TK, and this channel is all about doing a little makeup, doing a little food, having a lot of fun. And if that sounds like a good time to you, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and also leave a like on this video, do all the YouTubey things. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope everybody is having a great evening or morning wherever you are. This is my fourth time filming this video because for some reason my camera didn't want to work in my setup that I normally use. So I'm using my phone. I really apologize, but this could be about the only way that this is going to get done. Yay! So today we are filming a tag that is based on a meme. So that meme basically aged like a fine milk because Mac is no longer interesting and Clinique is not inclusive. So maybe nobody would care if it happened to their Mac or their Clinique at this point. But I got to thinking, hey, if my SO got mad at me and destroyed something out of my makeup collection, what would it take to file papers? Which one would it be? What items are in my makeup collection that would be like, yeah, this is going to cause a humbug? So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. This is a tag. If that sounds like a lot of fun to you, hang on and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, they don't know me like they think they know me.
First of all, let me tell you something. Everything that I'm going to talk about tonight is on my face. So, you know, let's talk about the eyeshadow palette first. You know that if you've been here long enough, it's going to be a Lunar Beauty one. But which one? It's this one. It's Life's a Drag. Everybody knows that is my favorite. It is my favorite palette from Manny. And mostly because, again, if you've been here, it's this black right here. It is so deep. It's like light goes in and then does not escape from it. I don't know how he did that. But this is one of my fastest palettes that I have. If I need a quick look, this is the palette that I turn to. All my Lunar Beauty palettes actually are very fast, but this one just seems to be the most versatile for sort of an everyday look. But I mean, I love Lunar Beauty, but if something happened to this one, we are going to have problems up in this house. Okay, next item on the list is also Lunar Beauty, and that is going to be the Moon Prism Blush Powder, Moon Prism Blush Palette. The one that I'm wearing tonight is Twilight. It's right here. But this palette, I love this palette so much because it's really versatile. So you have kind of a highlight over here. You've got these two beautiful pinks here. You've got a lovely peach blush here. I actually use these colors for contour and bronzing. This color right here especially is sort of perfect for, it like rides the line of like cool, warm for contour bronze. I really love it. I love a versatile palette like this. You can even, this one shimmer that's down here, it's called Soleil. You can even use that as like an eyeshadow topper. So yes, this palette also I bought for the packaging. So this one kind of represents anything I ever bought for packaging because my guess is it's going to be, that packaging is going to be limited edition. So yeah, nothing better happened to this one. I don't care how mad you get. This one, yes, there would be discussion if anything happened to this. Okay, number 3 is this is a product that I learned about last year, and I loved it and I wanted it, but it was really just a bit too expensive for me. Finally at Christmas it went on sale. Girl, you know I had it. It was like in my cart before I could even think. And it is from OFRA. It is the Nikkitutorials collab, and it's the highlighter that she did called Space Baby. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. It's funny because it kind of messes with my other camera. Maybe that's why I couldn't get this recorded except on my phone. It's beautiful. You can see that white and blue shift there. Ah, I love that. I love all my highlighters, okay? I love sparkly things. I may not love them all equally, but I do love them. They're all just like right here in this drawer. Don't want to offend anybody. Yeah. Space Baby highlighter. Let me show you something. You can see it right there. You see that? How is there? And I brought it down. So usually what I do when I put highlighter on is I kind of get in the light and I see where the light naturally hits, and then I highlight those areas. But this time I brought that highlighter across the top and I was like, oh, that's nice. It really lifts that area in my face. But then I brought it down, and I brought it down like a little bit too, like, I don't know. I felt like I brought it down too far. So I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll take my foundation brush, has a little bit of foundation on it left, and I will go ahead and just do, go over that with foundation. Let me show you something. You see that? This is the bitch that will not be ignored, Dan. And if you want to be seen from the space station, this your girl right here. This baby is my baby. So nothing better happened to it. That's all I'm going to say. All right, next item up is this one. I know you're like, you're petty over a foundation brush. That's petty. Okay, but listen, hear me out. You would literally put your man's clothes on the lawn over a foundation brush. Bitch, I might. Look, back in 2019, Raw Beauty Christie was like, you got to get the It foundation brush. The heart is the heart shape. Can you see that? I don't know. Maybe it's better. I'm not sure. You're going to get the It foundation brush. Love is the foundation. Right? She's like, you got to get it. It's the best foundation brush ever. I went, I found it, I bought it. This was it. I'm like, oh, this is the best foundation brush ever. But see, the thing is, I don't know if you can see it here. I hope you can see it. It's flat. So then a few weeks after she was talking about it, she was like, oh, but this year it's flat. And I'm like, it's a great brush. And everybody was like, no, I don't want the flat one. Apparently the one that Raw Beauty Christie had was like rounded. And I was like, no, kabuki all the way. You gotta have the flat brush for foundation, because this one's amazing. It's like tightly packed bristles, but then there's that one layer at the top where the bristles are not quite as tightly packed. And so that's perfect for stippling. Like, I love this brush. I love it. And I was like, I don't know what y'all are complaining about. Story of my life, right? I'm in love with something that everybody else hates. I don't get it. But the next year in 2020, when they sold this brush, it went back to being the round head. So on top of it being the best foundation brush I've ever used, it's now, I think, probably irreplaceable, because I doubt that it will go back to making the flat one, since everybody was like, no, the round one. So yeah, this is my precious. I love this brush. I know one day that it's going to be like all brushes, it's going to fall apart. But for now, don't touch. Okay. Next on the list Next, if you've been here long enough and you watch me do a cut crease, you know it's my Nye Clown White. This stuff is amazing for cut creases. This gold that you see there is this gold in the pan. And I'll tell you, I know you've all bought gold, bought shimmers and gone, oh, but they just don't really pop. They're not popping the way I thought they would. They look great in the pan, but they're not popping the way that I thought they would. It's this one. It's this gold down here called, let me see. It's this gold down here. It's called Legendary. It's from the Life's a Drag palette. How did I get it to pop like that? Nye Clown White. I love this stuff. I use it so much anytime that I really want a color to really show up for me, or that inner corner, whatever. I always put a little bit in the inner corner before I put the shimmer that I'm going to put on the inner corner so that it really pops. You can use white bases if you want, but most of them are oily. This one is not. This one it creates a great oil barrier to keep the oil from your eyelids coming through and ruining your eye look. And on top of that, it's sticky. So everything you put there sticks. So we're talking about, you don't need glitter glue or anything like that. You just use this. You put your glitter, you put your shimmer, bam. You are serving at that point. So yeah, if anybody were to kind of come in here and clean off my makeup desk and this were to disappear, there would be words. And most of them would not be nice. All right, next. Next is a skincare item, actually, that I really like. It's from Origins. It's Ginzing from Origins. And this is a good hubby story, actually. This stuff is great. It has a lot of caffeine in it. I put it around my eyes. I put it under my eyes. I do put it on my eyelids. I put it anywhere where I kind of want those wrinkles to sort of go away, especially when I'm getting ready to film or do makeup. I'll do it around my lips, corner of my eye, forehead. Even though it is an eye cream, it just has a lot of caffeine in it. And so it really does do the whole plumpy smoothing thing. And I love it. I love it. So 2019, Christmas. Hubby goes, what do you want for Christmas? And I'm like, oh, I need another one of these. I don't have any. And so he goes, okay, I'll get it for you. Where do I get it? And I said, you get it at Sephora. So he went to Sephora all by himself. God love him. And got me one of these for Christmas. I opened it on Christmas and I was like, yes. He said, hey, by the way, that's $35. What's in that jar? $30? I'm like, no. Caffeine cream. Makes me look young. That was our little inside joke. But yes, I love this stuff. Would not want it to disappear. Origins. You got to keep making this stuff. I'll keep buying it if you keep making it. So if this disappears, Origins, I'm coming after you. And we're going to have words. All right. The next thing is on my face already. It is lashes. So here's the thing about me and lashes. I like dramatic lashes. I like drag lashes. Most of what I have are one of those two. These happen to be from OMFG. They are in the style of Flutter, and I love them. They're dramatic. They have like that nice lift on the side. They're amazing. They're easy to use. They last a long time. They're easy to clean. I love them. This is actually something that I think hubby wouldn't mind if it did disappear. Not these particular lashes, but like he prefers just sort of the everyday lashes. And to be fair, we do this for the camera. We do this for the filming. It looks amazing on Instagram, but in real life, it can be a bit heavy. So, but yes, I love my drag lashes. I love my dramatic lashes. And if something were to happen, it would be a humbug. For sure. Last thing, and I really hope I can show you these, but I don't know if I can. My camera is wide angle. My other camera's wide angle, but I don't know about my phone. So, if you've been here with see me do a get ready with me, you know I do my eyes first, and then what I do is I spray setting spray on my eyes, and and that acts as a primer for the rest of my face to do my foundation. But the thing about it is, anytime you use setting spray, you know, you kind of want to get it dry, right? Because it'll dry in like spots. So you want to get it dry right away. So I bought fans. I saw my girl Luscious Massacre using fans to dry her setting spray, and I love that. I love the idea of it, and it really does work. It really does help a lot. So I went to a website called Dirt Squirrel to get some fans, and I think it was Peter Mon that I saw that was using the fans, and that's where I found Dirt Squirrel. I'm not 100% sure, but here's the thing about that website. It is not suitable for work. They have great fans, and some of the fans are just really colorful and beautiful and all the happy good stuff, but they sell apparel and some other things, and they have great photographers, but not for work. So if you go there to grab this fan or another fan, make sure you don't do it at work or church. It is not suitable. I got this fan at, I can show it. Ah! Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it so much. And I saw that boohoo whore, and I thought that's hilarious. I probably giggled about it for like an entire day. I'm not even kidding. I thought it was so funny. But I thought it was just random. I sent the picture to my niece, and I was like, look at the fan I'm getting. And she's like, oh, that's funny. Mean Girls. And I'm like, what? And she's like, Mean Girls. And I'm like, I don't. What is that? She's like, you haven't seen Mean Girls? It's like a classic in a sense. And I'm like, no, haven't seen that one. But you know what? To be fair to me, she hasn't seen The Godfather either. So we're even. Next and last. I have to show you this. This was another fan that I got. Oh, let me see if I can get this one in. Yeah. So you will recognize that phrase from Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels from Todrick Hall. Back last summer, he had a sale of some of his Broadway memorabilia, some of his Broadway costumes, shoes. He was in Kinky Boots, if you didn't know. And he had some like general merch on the sale as well. And this fan was one of them. This fan was one. I think he had 2 fans. And then there were 2 masks on there. And I did buy one of the masks. I bought this. That phrase, obviously from Nails, Hair, Hips, Heels. And, but, you know, those fans, I don't know if he still has any. It's on Depop, by the way. If you just look up Todrick Hall on Depop, he has a little store, and I don't know if he still has things for sale, but I don't think these fans are among it. I think it was like he printed it, did it once, that was it, gone. So once again, an irreplaceable product that I would not want to see disappear. I would be less than amused. The other reason I think, though, actually, these are 2 things that I think my hubby wouldn't mind seeing disappear. He's not a big fan of, as Emily D. Baker calls it, the cursey words. So maybe he wouldn't care about this. But I know he would never do anything. Anyways, that's it. That's my list of things that if my SO did something to them, might be grounds. I hope you had fun doing this with me. Mascaras and mixers, you're next. And I hope that wherever you are having a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, a great night. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope you are taking care of each other. And I will see you on Friday for Foodie Friday. And until then, have a good one. Bye, y'all.
Louboutin dripping, fucking bleeding out my sneaks. Throw my crown at your face in case you forgot I was king. I hope it leaves a mark if you forget where you're destined to be. Higher than wings, flying outside of Caesarea.